Counter-Strike betting is no different from betting on real sports. There are no guarantees or safe bets. Any team can beat any other team, and upsets do happen. Smart betting consists of research, guts, patience, and instinct to bet on the appropriate matches that have a value worth the risk ratio of odds, potential payout, and risk. Please bet responsibly and for fun, as taking this too seriously will take over your life. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Betting Made Easy, Episode 2. This is for September 4th, 2014. And in this video, I'll be going over the 6 games that I feel are, somewhat relative or relevant for tomorrow, September 4th. I will not be covering the European Championship, Electronic Sports European Championship. That one, I will not be covering games from that, as I feel they are just really unpredictable, and there's not a lot of information on these nationwide teams, so I'm just going to completely avoid them and not even target them. So first things first, let's get into game 1. Game 1 consists of DAT versus Faith. DAT in their last 5 games is 1-4, whereas Faith is 3-2. Personally, this is a best of 3 on the maps to be determined, and it is in the CIS Rising League. I do not know too much about that league, but the odds right now on the CSGO Lounge are 83-17, which is really low, and with an incredible payout if Faith were to win. That is on tilt from losing 4 straight matches, and Faith performed decently well versus 97 Club, other than the fact that dude was just blatantly walling and trigger botting, but okay. My recommendation to you guys is a low bet on Faith with a medium risk. My bet is a $1.5 bet on Faith. And also, for some of you guys who have been asking to see my bets, I will be showing them at the end of this game, so do not worry. Do not fret, young Padawan. I assure you I am betting as well. And just like to point out, guys, the important thing here is not to win every single bet. It's to win the majority of your bets, or to win more important bets. So let's say we win this and we pay out on the Faith. That's like a really high value bet, whereas on yesterday's Fnatic game where I put down $10, I only won $5 on it, whereas this game alone I put down 1.5 and I'm still going to win $5. Anyways, game number 2, Fnatic versus Virtus.pro. This is the best of 1 on Train. In the head-to-head matchup, Virtus.pro is actually ahead 2-4. The odds on CSGO Lounge right now are 55-45. Fnatic is 5-1 in their last 6 Train matches. Virtus.pro is 8-3. Fnatic looked a little shaky, honestly, in their game versus Titan. It should not have been that close. Titan was just simply skilled players, as opposed to, they didn't really have a lot of strategy going into it. Yet still, Fnatic, they still won, I'll give you that, but I was not nearly as impressed as I should have been by Fnatic's play. It's a really high payout for Virtus.pro, and they played exceptionally well yesterday versus Hellraisers. So I cannot see them all of a sudden playing really poorly. So my recommendation to you guys is the low medium onto Virtus.pro. I myself have $2.5 on Virtus.pro. Game 3, Mercenary versus Hellraisers. This is a best of 1 on Inferno. Mercenary is, of course, 1-0 after their game yesterday. Hellraisers is 1-4. The odds on CSGO Lounge are 71-29. Point number 1. Mercenary played well on D2 where the aim counts more than strategy, but that was it. They did not have cool strats or smart strats or play smart with a good game sense. They just simply out-aimed their opponents on Dignitas. Hellraisers have a habit of just all of a sudden they'll upset a top team, and Mercenary, I guess, with all this hype right now, would be considered a top team. So honestly, I just this bet is not worth it at all. The odds are skewed hard for Mercenary with their win over Dignitas. If this was around a 50-50 like it should be, I would bet on Mercenary. But in this case, it's just not even close to worth it, because you're even if you do win, your payout is not even going to be close to what it should be. So I recommend you guys skip. This is a high risk. I'm not betting at all in this game. Game number 4, Fnatic versus BST. Fnatic is 4-1 right now. BST is 0-1. Of course, is the best of 1 on Inferno. The odds on CSGO Lounge are 84%-16 in Fnatic's favor. Point number 1, Inferno is again Fnatic's best map. BST performed shaky at best, throwing away an 11-4 lead on Inferno versus NiP. And the odds are too favored to be worth betting at all, really. I would bet for the upset, but the fact that they threw away that lead versus NiP, who is honestly a worse team, especially on Inferno, I cannot see them at all beating Fnatic here. My recommendation to you guys is skip or bet, a bet low or medium on Fnatic if you just want to win really small profit. Unfortunately, I don't have the skins, the luxury of doing that. I only have so many skins with this $25 implement investment program I've been running here. So I have to pick those for specific games. So the risk here is high because I still think like a team like BST has the ability to beat Fnatic, but it's just not worth this. With this percentage in this payout, it's not worth it to bet for me. Game number 5, NiP versus Titan. Best of 1 on Nuke. NiP is 2-3 in their last 5 games. Titan is 2-3 as well. In their head-to-head matchup, NiP is ahead 3-1 on Nuke. The odds on CSGO Lounge are 75-25 in NiP's favor. I don't think, like, Titan performed moderately well. Like, I was expecting them not to be performing that well, but they did really come to play. And having 2 oppers as good as Kenny S and Kaylee, the thing about this is going to ultimately come down to the knife round on Face It TV to decide who is going to get this first, who's going to get the CT side first. It is on Face It, right? I just want to make sure I'm not being an idiot here. Yes, it is on Face It. Yes, so like how they determine who gets CT side is a knife round. So if Titan gets CT side and then they win that pistol, that game is going to snowball to holy fuck. Because if Titan, as soon as Titan can get a hold of a double op setup, they have an opera ramp room and opera outside. I cannot see Titan losing this game. I cannot. That being said, NiP played pretty poorly, honestly, versus BST, almost throwing away against a worse team than Titan, significantly worse in my opinion. My recommendation to you guys, low medium on Titan. The odds are really, really nice, so it's going to be a good payout. And the risk for this, honestly, I'm going to say is medium to high because, again, I'm kind of rolling the dice here and hoping that Titan wins the knife round because that is going to put them on a straight shot to the finish line, really. My bet is $2.5 onto Titan. For game number 6, we have Virtus Pro versus... I don't know how this is going to work when I extend this. I guess I'll just show it down after. Okay, so my game 6 is Virtus Pro versus Dignitas. Virtus Pro is 3-2 in their last 5 games. Dignitas is 3-2 as well. This is the best one on season. In the head-to-head matchup, Dignitas is ahead 6-5. The odds on CSGO Lounge right now are 69-31% in Virtus Pro's favor. Dig played pretty well, almost beating Mercenary without even their in-game leader Fetish playing and having world's worst fucking substitute MSL. Season is an upset map. Like, that's why people play this map, is to be upset. We'll pretty much be dependent on how VP performs earlier in the day. If they're not playing well, if I lose my earlier bet, I'm going to bet hard on Dignitas. So I have like $6 sitting here that I might throw on Dignitas if Virtus Pro like loses, because then I'll try and make my money back on Dignitas. If they win, I'm still going to bet a little lower though, because then the odds are going to go even more skewed. So Dignitas payout is going to be even higher if they win. And yeah, so right now I'm going to bet like $2. And I'm betting 2 I'm betting 6 if Virtus Pro loses, and I'm betting 2 if Virtus Pro wins. So that's my setup for that day. Now, some of you guys have been asking to see my bets, so I will be going over to my CSGO Lounge right here, and I'm hiding my name or anything like that, but I assure you I'm gonna click and stuff like that. You can hear my mouse clicking. So here's my bets. So here's what I have placed right now. I have did I actually already lock that in? I did not mean to do that. Oh well. So I guess I'm going the $2 regardless. I totally forgot that I did not even pay attention when I was closing these browsers, and I must have locked in. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, I have just over $1 in on Faith, because it's like a $5 value, and you know, Faith was not that bad. Like, these odds, you have to think, like, taking a gamble like this, it's worth it, because that payout is going to be huge if it ever does pay off. It's like the BST game earlier today. I don't regret going in on that because the odds were so good if they had have capitalized. And then I have $2.30 skin on Titan to beat NiP. I have a $2.30 skin on Dignitas to beat Virtus Pro, and I have like $2.50 on Virtus Pro to beat Fnatic. And I assure you guys, it's not always that I bet for these upsets, but honestly, like, this is just a safe gamble, as if I lose, I'm only losing $1, but if I win, I'm making $5, and it's not that unforeseeable, especially in a best of 3. Like, this team played well in the best of 3 that they've had versus 97 Club. And the Titan versus NiP game, again, this is on Nuke. So you have to think, like, just because the odds are like this, not many CSGO Lounge players are going through the same sort of thought process that I am when I make these bets. I really believe Titan can take this game. And like I said, Dignitas versus Virtus Pro, those odds are too good to not bet on Dignitas. And I like Virtus Pro to beat Fnatic in this matchup. Personally, that is the which one was that? That was, yeah, that was the best one on Train. Virtus Pro is like one of the best terrorist side teams in the game, and Train is a map where terrorist teams can shine. So I'm really expecting good things from Virtus Pro in that map. But all right, guys, that actually brings us to the end of Betting Made Easy, episode number 2 for September 4th, 2014. Stay tuned for tomorrow's results and updates for the next day. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Best of luck, and I'll see you next time.